Looking for some new podcasts to listen to? Well, Rat Salad Review Network has plenty of shows to choose from. Like Rat Salad Review, where they discuss the latest rock and metal news, as well as interviews and albums. Album vs. Album, the King Diamond Podcast, with Wayne Noon, Greg Norgal, and sometimes this guy.
Smack him a gob!
Ralph Vieira is also on our network with the Vieira Vault. There's also Old Man Metal's Musings, where he discusses heavy metal and beer. Music is Life with Lou Mavs. The Right Opinion for those who love politics. A South Park podcast called Suck My Balls. The Infinite Fringe, a watch-along wrestling show called Beyond Bushido. Ex-Stradivarius guitarist, the Timo Tolkki podcast. And the great Harry Barnett with I Don't Even Like Podcasts. So check out ratsaladreview.com or search Rat Salad Review on YouTube, Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. What else is on your bed there? God.
Oh, he's getting into a little autoerotic asphyxiation. Look at that little piece of rope. Oh, and
I told myself on straight for $10.
It's time for Rat Salad Review with your hosts, Wayne Noon, Greg Norgal, and Nate Lander.
Welcome to Rat Salad Review. What is up, everyone?
Hard-ons and helicopters.
I haven't heard that one before.
Hardy har har.
The correct spelling is hardy fucking har.
Yeah, get your shit straight, Nate. Anyway.
Yeah, I didn't go through the 10th grade 3 times to not know what I'm talking about.
That's right. We learn something new every time. Was that?
Wayne would know.
I never repeated a grade. I went to summer school many, many times, but
I never went to summer school.
Me neither.
Or actually, I think I had one math course, but that was like an extra curricular thing I had to do instead of like strict summer school.
I tended to not show up a lot, so I had to do extra days to be able to meet the minimum requirements.
Yeah, that bad.
What?
Never had the opportunity to really be that.
No, my last year I did because I barely had to be there. I really had no classes, so the ones I skipped didn't matter.
Like,
you didn't have a social life?
I could do with my time.
I had 2 friends that just wanted to go out and go do stuff, so I did.
My mom was home, so I couldn't sleep.
Well, it's all over now. Now you're in the real world.
Right.
So, that's that. Welcome to the real world, and welcome to Rat Salad Review. Once again, today, we're going to talk about our top 10 favorite Maiden songs. Right?
That's right.
That's right.
Not necessarily in order.
No.
Myself and Wayne. But
Mine are in order.
Nate's always in order. He's just always so prepared for this show. Right, Nate?
Right.
Yeah, look at him. He's so prepared.
Look at me. I've got a
You got a list?
Fuck you. I've got a list.
I got a list too on my phone. Oh, you can't see it. Look at that. That's weird.
Patty has possessed your phone, dude.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, anything else you want to talk about before we get into the list? I don't think there's really anything going on.
Well, Bluish for Cult's new album comes out in October. But,
that's right.
That's really all the news I have.
Yeah, that is true. I like the album cover, too. Did you see the album cover?
Yeah, album cover is awesome. I like the name of it, too. The Symbol Remains. It should be good. Actually, Joe Bouchard, their original bass player, just put out a new record that's topping the charts in Scandinavia right now.
Really? But what band is it? His solo band?
It's his solo band. I can't remember the name of it right now off the top of my head. I wish I would have thought about that before I brought it up.
All right, that's cool.
Necrot album.
What's that?
Hard, dude.
What is it?
Necrot. Fucking.
Necrot.
You fucking old school style death metal.
Oh, that reminds me. Onslaught's new album is probably my album of 2020. That's fucking great.
I still gotta wait and see whether Violence's album drops this year or not.
They actually, something just came up about that, didn't it?
Really?
Yeah, somebody's been posting some Violence news. I didn't read it though. I haven't had a chance to read news stuff. Yeah, so something's going on with Violence. Must be something about an album or something. I don't know.
Oh God, I hope Rob Flynn isn't rejoining.
I don't know. I didn't read it.
Great on guitar, insufferable kind.
I don't know. But Greg, you mentioned Onslaught, and Ralph Vieira just did an interview with the guitarist from Onslaught.
Yes,
very good interview.
Guitarist and band leader, Nige Rocket. Fucking awesome dude.
Yeah, very good interview. So check that out. It's on our network, ratsaladreview.com. You can find it everywhere. And Nate disappeared. What happened?
I just got to check every once in a while and see if my phone's actually...
Oh, all right. All right. Oh, and also, I wanted to tell you guys while we're here, and tell you, our audience, we are doing a new section of the show where I would like to feature bands who would want to be put on our show. At the end of our show, we'll feature one of your songs if you want us to, either a song, and I'll just put like a picture of your album up or your EP, whatever you have, or a video of your band. So if you want to do that, let us do that for you. All you got to do is just promote our show. That's all I ask. We'll help you, you help us. That's all. All you got to do is just send us your band information and the song you want us to use, ratsaladreview@gmail.com. What's that?
Couple of nudes.
No, I don't want any nudes. Please don't. No nudes.
Especially if you're in high school, send Wayne your nude.
Do not. Please do not.
We call him Mr. McFeelob for no.
They do not. Don't even start those rumors, all right? Come on.
You're bald. It's like...
So what? You will be too. Actually, you should be. Look, your hair is terrible.
Yeah.
My hair looked like your hair. That's why I shaved it.
Nah. Your peepee's just small.
Yeah, whatever. All right, let's get on with the Iron Maiden show. Here we go.
Well, no, I was just going to finish what I was saying about that Joe Bouchard album because, one, I think fans of BOC would really like it. The 10 originals on there sound a lot like something he would have written for them during their 76 to 81 period, but the name of the record is Strange Legends. It's his 6th solo album. He actually plays every instrument on it besides drums. I don't know how many people know it because he was the bass player in BOC, but he's actually multi-instrumentalist. And part of the reason he left BOC was because he wanted to focus more on playing the guitar. But anyway, good record.
Wow,
and it is out now.
Very interesting. What?
Cyberpunk writer John Shirley, who wrote lyrics with him in the past for BOC, actually shows up to co-write a song on here.
Oh, very cool. Here, the Violence news is... Wait, this is May. It's not... I don't know. This is old news.
I know they're done recording it.
Yeah, they just said the new EP will be a bridge between the first 2 albums. But that's old news. There was something the other day. I wish I would have thought to read it. Doesn't matter. We'll talk about it next time.
Violence.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. This show is about Iron Maiden. And our top 10 favorite Iron Maiden songs as of right now. It could change tomorrow. Who wants to go first? Who will be number 1?
I'll let him go first since he's
I mean, you guys don't have a definitive list, so I want to shock you with my order.
All right, shock me. Put on your black leather.
Fear of the Dark.
Make me feel better.
9, Phantom of the Opera. 8, Deja Vu.
What?
7, Killers. 6, Hallowed Be Thy Name. 5, Sea of Madness. 4, The Trooper. 3, Stranger in a Strange Land. 2, Number of the Beast. And 1 is Aces High.
Okay, I wasn't planning on doing it that way, but...
Yeah, me neither. I remember Aces High, but yeah, because it's the last one you said.
I wasn't paying attention to that. To any of that.
Paying attention?
No.
I'm not repeating it.
I figured we would go around the room.
Yeah, I kind of thought that's what we were going to do, too. I was going to let him start off with his
No,
number
I
10
wanted
and
to,
just
like,
pick one at
I
random.
want you to be, like, pissed off about where I put shit.
No, why would I be? That's your list. Why would I be mad at your list?
I don't know. Not enough from Power Slave.
No, I don't care. It doesn't matter. But I would like to know why you picked those songs. That's why I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Starting with Fear in the Dark. I like Fear in the Dark. It's a good fucking song.
It is a good fucking song.
It's great live.
I was going to say, I think Fear of the Dark live is my favorite, probably my favorite live song in general. Because the audience gets into that. The audience even sings the lead guitar parts.
Right.
I mean, that's awesome. You know?
I mean, that happens with several Maiden songs, but...
It does. But that's the first song I ever heard live with people doing that. I was just like,
yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty damn cool to see and hear.
Gives me goosebumps every time I hear that. Serious.
Come to Brazil.
Greg, what do you got?
Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, which is my favorite epic track they did. It's fucking awesome. It's very well built. It's a whole concept just on its own. Awesome different parts. Everyone's in top form on it.
Yeah, that is a very good song. Off Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. And yeah, I love that one too. I mean
that's my favorite thing I've ever seen them do live, honestly.
Oh, you saw them live?
Them do. Yeah, because that is a very complicated song to play, and I thought it was awesome they drug it back out when they did the Made in England retrospective tour, because they had the whole stage set for Seventh Son.
Oh, wow. Oh, so you saw that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I went on the Somewhere in Time tour, so that one. I don't think they played that song on there, though.
No. Well, you know the thing about the whole Somewhere Back in Time thing is they really didn't do much with it from Somewhere in Time outside of Heaven Can Wait and Wasted Years. It more so focused on Power Slave.
Yeah, that pisses me off because Somewhere in Time is my favorite Maiden album.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little shocked at that too, but it's
one of my favorites as well. I mean, Power Slave's the crowd pleaser, and like you were saying, it was still a good show. But Stranger in a Strange Land needs to make it back into the set list.
Yeah,
really bad
before they retire.
Blaze Bailey singing.
I never saw Blaze Bailey live. Although I would like to, just to see. I know you have, right, Greg?
Yeah, I saw them midway through the tour, though, when he started having voice problems because he wasn't, I guess, like, used to that. And he was a little raspy, dropped a little low at some parts. I thought he did pretty well.
All right, sorry about that. We just had a little glitch on Skip.
I know we were talking about Seventh Son, them doing it live, but I don't remember the last thing I said.
All right, but we'll continue. My pick is going to be Wicker Man.
Nice one.
It's a good song.
It is a very good song. I was very pleasantly surprised when they put out that video for that song, and just to hear how like clear all the instruments were on the album, like how everything was recorded. It was like the best sounding Maiden album they've ever done, I think. You know, everything was just so clear. And also, too, what was weird about this song is there's two different versions. There's the one that's on the album, and then there's the one that's on the video, and it's got like this other extra added chorus thing to it. And I kind of like that one better, and I wish they would have added it to the album. I don't know why they just did the video.
Yeah,
but... yeah.
I don't like the extra chorus version. It's too much. Mm-hmm.
It is a little too much, and it's weird because you wouldn't expect them to do stuff like that because it's kind of different for them. But I don't know. I liked it. I like that one a lot. But it's got a good chorus. It's a very catchy song.
I agree.
Yeah. And it's also the first time you can really hear Nico's kick drum, and I'm like, shit, he plays double bass. I'm like, what the hell is this? And obviously he doesn't, but it's just, really good, great song.
My number 9, Phantom of the Opera.
Yes, that is a very, very awesome song. It's also on my list too, so I'm not going to repeat
Best
that.
song off the first album.
What's that?
Best song off the first album.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah. I mean, what else could I really say other than that? It's fucking great. I mean, it's my number 9. There's not going to be unbelievable amounts of stuff I can say. Bruce does it great. I love how in character he gets, but Paul is also great.
Yeah, the only thing I really can say about that, where my pick is a little different, where, yes, I did pick Phantom of the Opera. I'd probably make it my number 3 or number 4. However, the version of the song I would pick is the B-side to the Sanctuary single, the Live at the Beat Club 1980 version, once Adrian replaced Dennis. Sounds much, much better with the duo playing on the guitar than Dennis Stratton. Plus, when the song starts in that particular version, Paul starts to introduce another song, and Steve stops him, and he goes, huh? All right, we're going to do the song Harry wants to do. Stuck-up bastard.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I like Bruce's version better, too, is because Adrian's on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like some of the Bruce songs that, from the first 2 albums. I don't like how he sings them. Not every song.
I really think it took him until he came back to the band after Brave New World to sing Remember Tomorrow, right? Yeah. I love that song and it's on my list, but when he sang it in the 80s, it sounds awful.
Yeah.
Diano's my favorite for the original, the first 2 albums. Greg, your next song.
Back in the Village from Power Slave.
Ah, very interesting choice.
Love that song. It's just so fucking upbeat and badass. The only thing I have to say about the track order of that album is I really wish Back in the Village followed Flash of the Blade. I mean, I know Back in the Village is the first song on side 2, but having the duelists in between just kind of brings that album to a halt. I hate that song.
Yeah, that song is not very good.
Yeah, but no, I mean, Back in the Village is awesome. Just the way it starts with the fucking dueling riffs, and it's a cool riff too. And Nico sounds great on drums, and it's just real high energy, and it's got a really nice low end rhythm to it that bleeds into the title track really well on that record.
Yeah. I like the end where Bruce is like, "Back in the village, and back in the village, and back in the village again."
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a fox among the chickens.
And that song is actually, in a way, kind of a sequel to the song The Prisoner, because it's also based on the same TV show.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
It's about the guy getting captured in the show and brought back to the village. Keep him a prisoner.
But, fuck you, I love The Duelists.
Yeah, no, it's a good song. I will not argue.
The Duelist is not a good song.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Duelist.
I love The Duelist.
No. Yeah, I'm not shocked, but it's a bad
song. Yeah, like Greg said, it just like slows the album down. It's just like
the title track slows the album down.
No, fuck you.
I love Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner.
He's talking about Power Slave.
Oh, his voice broke up. It sounded like
that's
final
right.
Track. Not
when he said Duelist before, I didn't realize. Yeah.
But yeah, Back in the Village is awesome.
But I hate the verse.
And I think Back in the Village gets forgotten about. It's one of their deeper tracks, but it's one of the best songs they've ever written, I think.
I mean, 2 Minutes to Midnight's great too.
Oh yeah, of course, that's a classic. But they probably never played Back in the Village live, did they?
No, I think they tried out Flash of the Blade a couple times, but they never did Back in the Village live.
Flash of the Blade would be weird without the vocal harmonies like that.
That's what I mean. They tried it out on a couple of shows, but it didn't work out, so they ended up cutting it. I think they only did those when they did that small tour where they were the first band to go behind the Iron Curtain in '85, because I think Flash of the Blade was a hit in the USSR. Or it was popular there anyway, because they didn't have music charts. But
Yeah.
I think that's true. I might be wrong about that. I don't.
Don't take everything that we say to heart. Check your facts. I'm not going to mention Fear the Dark since we already mentioned that, so we know how we feel about that one. The Clairvoyant.
I love that song. I debated between that and the title track from Seventh Son, but I had to go with the title track in the end. But Clairvoyant's another great song.
The only song I really like off that album is Evil That Men Do.
Oh, what?
Well,
yes,
I mean, I love that song too. But, well, my least favorite song on that record would be Infinite Dreams, but I still like that song a lot. So
Moonchild.
You don't like Moonchild?
Moonchild's awesome.
I mean, I love the verse with the goddamn chorus. Like Seventh Son, the title track, I hate the chorus.
How can you hate the chorus on either of those songs?
Well,
he likes the...
It's not really about his voice during those choruses, though. He's kind of vocally accenting what the band is doing. That's what's more interesting.
He's doing the vocal equivalent of Ringo Starr's drumming.
Well, I like it.
Yeah, it's awesome song. He likes the Duelist, so there you go. But I love the way the bass.
Which, by the way, has one of the most annoying choruses he ever done, where it sounds like someone's tickling his balls. Oh, fight for the no. It should have been a B-side.
No, I'm not talking about. I like
cover.
The guitar work of the Duelist. I don't give a shit about the vocals.
Still, it's a terrible song. But the Clairvoyant, I love how it starts off with the bass and then the guitars, coming in, and then I love the chorus. Every time I used to make compilations on cassettes and stuff, I would always pick the Clairvoyant.
But
it is a very good one, and that's also that album. There's so many good songs on there. Like Nate said, "Evil That Men Do." That's another one of my favorite songs. So it's very hard to pick, a favorite off of this one. So as of right now, it's going to be the Clairvoyant. It's usually the Evil That Men Do. But...
Oh, did you guys try to keep to one song per album?
No.
Okay, good. I was going to say that's like unrealistic.
Yeah, no.
Because there's only 9 good albums in their classic discography.
That isn't true. But you're next. What do you got?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, Deja Vu, dude.
Deja Vu.
That's a great song, too.
I love Deja Vu.
The whole second and side of that album is amazing.
That whole album's amazing. I fucking love that album all the way through.
Me too.
How's that go?
Although I'm sick of hearing Heaven Can Wait in concert.
I love Heaven Can Wait.
Stop tapping your thumbs. Thank you.
Like, I love the verse.
It comes right through to the thing. But Deja Vu. I couldn't remember what it was, but now I remember. And I do love that song. And they don't play that live either.
No, they don't. It sounds weird without the synths.
They don't need the synths, though, to do that.
I can see how it's a problem with Deja Vu. That's one of the numbers on that record that is really synth-heavy.
Yeah? I remember there being a lot of synths. I don't have to listen to it again. I remember the chorus. I got it in my head right now.
Well, it's because they used them in such a perfect way on there. It melds in with the guitars.
Exactly.
I think with the 3 guitars now, they can get away with it. I'm sure they can do something.
Honestly, you could probably have Yannick just play the synth.
Right.
While the other
that's all he
it,
really
and it
needs
would work perfectly.
Right.
Like, have Yannick skip soloing and just play the synth lines.
It could. It wouldn't work. I'm telling you.
I mean, hell, it'd be more interesting than him out there surfing on his guitar, as entertaining as that is. My point is they could use him to do something like that so they could play some of these other songs. Like, for example, I would love to see Stranger come back, which is on my list, but they've never done Deja Vu live. They've never done Alexander the Great live.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think Deja Vu would be a great song live.
Yeah, I think so too.
Me 3.
Yeah. Greg.
Even though it's a toss-up between the 2 songs because they're I think actually probably the first 2 tracks with Bruce I heard. I'm gonna go with 2 Minutes to Midnight because Aces is gonna be on Nate's list. But I mean, both 2 totally different songs, but just so great in quality and that they're almost inseparable for me. But I love the riffs to 2 Minutes to Midnight. It's just such an awesome song, especially the verses, the choruses, just that. And also, it's really got that original new wave of British heavy metal feel and sound. It almost sounds like it could have come from one of the first 2 records. It's, yeah, I don't know how many other people feel that way, but that's what I always thought about it. I was like, oh, nice, little throwback, and it's fucking killer.
Right, I 100% agree.
We can't hear you back there.
I 100% agree.
Oh shit, it sounds like Poseidon broke out of Area 51.
What if you put your headphones plugged into the computer?
That doesn't work. We tried that.
What do you mean?
Yeah, remember we tried that before and he just went
That's
silent.
why I have to use my phone.
Did you plug it into the right hole?
Oh.
I know that's something you're not used to doing, but did you ever try plugging it into the right hole?
You sound just like your mother. Nag.
What?
You get it.
All right, well, while you're plugging things in holes, my next pick is going to be Sign of the Cross. I know both of you are... Oh, I got a head nod from Greg. All right.
I love Sign of the Cross when Bruce sings it. Yeah, it's still a good song on that record. But it's almost like Steve wrote it with Bruce in mind. It doesn't quite fit Bailey. And that's
like the
why
Klansman.
Yeah, the Klansman's another one, actually. I mean, I enjoy the versions on the albums, but my preferred ones are with Bruce on vocals. But Sign of the Cross is one of my favorite songs they did in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, God, when I first bought X Factor, and I was hearing the descriptions of like the new singer, and I heard description of David Lee Roth. I guess I kind of see a little bit. Not really. A little bit. He's got a little David Lee Roth in him.
In his phrasing and stuff like that, but you know, when you use David Lee Roth to describe somebody, that's not what they were thinking.
Actually
of.
implies
they're thinking of the fucking whales and shit.
Right, yeah. And that's what I was thinking. Like, how's that going to work with Maiden? And then when I finally got the album and I heard this song, I'm like, all right, it doesn't sound like David Lee Roth. And I just love how dark it is. I love Blaze Bailey's voice on this song. I like his voice on the other songs too. I mean, he fits more with his solo stuff now than he did with Maiden. But I just
if McLovin was in Iron Maiden.
No, not at all. That doesn't even make sense. Why would you say that?
Do something. Oh my God! Look at I'm in Iron Maiden.
No.
But
it's got a really great chorus. I mean, I love the Bruce version too, but I love the Blaze Bailey one. I love how it's slow. It's got a building thing to it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, honestly, except for maybe Mother Russia, I'd take Sign of the Cross over pretty much the whole of No Prayer for the Dying.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I tried to pick a song off of that album. I was just like, I mean, there are good songs.
No, I'm with you there.
Yeah. There are some good songs, but it's just not worth to be on my top
10. It's a very mediocre album.
Right. That's exactly how I feel about the other, like the Blaze Bailey albums.
Yeah. I like them. There's only 2, so it ain't that bad. But
Virtual 11, I feel like they kind of lost the plot a little bit. But the X Factor is actually a really, really focused album. It just goes to a really fucking dark place and kind of stays there the whole time. You don't get a lot of dichotomy with anything. It's just
many
down in a hole.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's why I like it a lot, because it's dark. And a lot of the Maiden albums aren't really dark, so except for A Matter of Life and Death. That's a dark album too.
Mm-hmm.
it's just too many long ass acoustic intros.
It is, and they could have shortened a lot of stuff down, but
it
for
kills the energy of the song for me.
it does. But for the songs that it works with, it works very well with them. So.
See, I like prog rock a lot, so I like shit like that.
Yeah.
Maiden uses it right; they don't overdo it.
Yeah,
I think
exactly. All right, Nate.
Well, you think that they do because you're not sitting around most of the time listening to Crack the Sky and shit like that, where the intro to a fucking song is like 12 minutes long. Maiden actually kind of shortens the whole idea and uses it pretty inventively. It just sounds really long to you guys because it's totally different.
I don't want to listen to 12-minute intros. Anyway, number 7, Killers. I fucking love that song.
Great song.
It's a very good song.
Love that intro.
Can you do that again?
Eyes burn a hole in your face.
One time on the deal.
It's a good song. Very good one. I don't get much to
That's
say
one of
about
my favorites from that early period. Fucking love it.
A killer behind you. I don't know the rest.
His bloodlust is far from his knees.
Very good. That's one thing that bothered me. Like on those first 2 albums, I didn't have the lyrics on the old versions. The original versions didn't have lyrics on the CDs anyway. Maybe in the vinyls.
Make up lyrics.
I hate making up lyrics because then when you go back and find what the actual lyrics are, you feel like an idiot.
No, I love it. I love it.
Nah, just generic sleeves.
Yeah,
I mean, I know the Japanese one does because all the Japanese ones come with a booklet that have the lyrics in English and Japanese.
And it's all spelled in Japanese dialect. It's like Kara behind you.
That's racist.
There actually is a version of the Live +1 EP where instead of play loud on the back, it says play roud with an R. The first 1,000 copies were pressed like that, and someone at Toshiba EMI in Japan figured it out and got pissed, and they fixed it.
That's probably worth a lot of money if you find it, though, no?
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's about a $50, $60 record.
Yeah, that's not too bad. But is that version, does that say Killers on it, or is it Killers?
Killers.
No, it's the Live +1 EP.
No, I know.
No, it doesn't.
Island Maiden.
Yeah, it just says play round.
No, it's Island Maiden. They like spelled it with an L on the fucking press.
Greg, next.
We'll go with 22 Acacia Avenue. Adrian Smith's, I think, first writing credit on a Maiden record and one of his best songs.
Interesting. It's okay. It's probably my least favorite on that album.
Oh, dude, you're out of your mind.
No, it is.
We're
totally clips off the CD, which is what my first version was.
Forget about Total Eclipse. Invaders sucks.
Invaders does
fuck
suck.
you,
Yes,
I like
forgot
Invaders.
about that song.
I like the bass line.
Awful.
I love that.
That is what is good about that song, but after that, it just goes downhill.
And it's a short song too. It doesn't overstay its welcome.
Of course, it's terrible.
Children of the Damned.
The guitars sound terrible in it. The only thing that sounds good is the bass line. The whole thing sounds like it's played too fast to begin with. It's just an awful, awful opening song.
Yeah. I forget about that song. I always skip it. That's why I forgot about it. But 22 Acacia Avenue, it has that slower down part where they just fucking jam and Clive's going nuts on the drum. Yeah, no, it's a good song. I like it. But it's
left me
just another one that I
all on my own.
And it's also a continuation of Charlotte the Harlot.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I like this song. It's just one of my.
I
skip it more often.
As far as like,
that's my favorite song off of that record.
Hey, it's okay. It's your top 10. I'll let you have it.
Yeah, I'd have to go with Hallowed Be Thy Name as the second, but 22 Acacia Avenue is definitely the best song on Number of the Beast.
All right, I'll give it to you. Where Eagles Dare.
Not a bad song.
The probably the best. Well, I mean, there's a lot of good songs on there. I only like half of that album, Peace of Mind, but I mean the intro to Peace of Mind with the drum rolls in the beginning. I mean, that's a classic intro to a song.
That is fucking awesome. I love
Yeah,
that
it's
intro.
just fucking awesome intro to the song, and just everything about that song is just great. I mean, it's a classic Maiden song.
Songs named War Eagles there. I like the Misfits one better.
It also well, the Misfits one is great too, but
yeah, of course, but totally different.
If you oh yeah, completely different. If you notice in like the history of Iron Maiden DVDs though, when they're interviewing Nico, whenever he air drums anything or starts repeating a riff, it's always the opening to Where Eagles Dare. It must be like his favorite Maiden song to play.
Well, what I read in What Does This Button Do, Bruce Dickinson's autobiography, was like he wasn't convinced you could play it on one kick drum, and then they just mentioned like, oh, Deep Purple could do it. And he's like, well, fuck you, I guess I'll get it right. And he had to try like 50 times.
It is a very hard drum pattern to play. I can never.
Yeah.
Well, having to fucking come up with it, you know.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I'm sure other drummers can do it, no problem. But I don't know, it's hard. Yeah. It's not an easy thing to do.
You just can't.
It's got a great solo section too.
Great solo. Everything in that song is just awesome. You know, it's a classic Maiden song. Another one. Did they really play that live? Not too often, right? I don't think I've ever seen it.
Do it too often in the 80s. I think they brought it out as part of the regular set list for one of the, legacy type tours. But I don't ever remember seeing it on any live performances from back then.
Yeah. All right, Nate.
Oh, Hallowed Be Thy Name. We were speaking of that. I fucking love that song. Probably Maiden's best closing song.
That would be Fear of the Dark. The best closing song.
No, Hallowed Be Thy
For me.
Name is better than Fear of the Dark.
Hallowed Be Thy Name, dude.
I do. Hallowed Be Thy Name is an awesome song, though. And that was going to be my first choice off of that album, but I had to pick something else.
Oh, I've got two off this album. Don't worry. But I fucking love Hallowed Be Thy Name.
Have you ever heard the Machine Head cover of Hallowed Be Thy Name?
Fuck Machine Head.
I'm not really big on very many Maiden covers, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Most people can't do it right, and that Machine Head one is a prime example of it.
Really? You don't like it? I like it. I think it's really cool.
Iron Maidens, though. Iron Maidens are, like, unbelievable.
Yeah, but they're basically like a cover band, though.
Right, but, like...
I'm talking about somebody
a real band.
adapting it to their style properly.
Right, but still...
I don't know. I like the Machine Head one. I think it's a good one. It's a good song,
though. I
though.
like anything Machine Head does.
It's okay. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you.
Yeah, I like stuff they do. That's just, I never really cared for that cover. Maybe I'll have to listen to it again someday.
They just add a couple of things in there that aren't in the original version, but it fits. It fits because it's they make it Machine Head sounding. So, but people that aren't into Machine Head, they won't like it.
I'm more into Fear Factory.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever covered a Maiden song.
There's less Rob Flynn in Fear Factory.
Completely different band.
Yeah, no, I don't think they ever covered Maiden either.
Nope.
No, but that's similar sounding band.
Similar. Greg.
We'll do Stranger in a Strange Land.
Very good one. Very good one.
My favorite song off of Somewhere in Time. Well, yeah. Well, today it's my favorite, but I also love Somewhere in Time, Loneliness.
Yeah, I love that song too.
All that stuff. But, Stranger in a Strange Land is great. Just a awesome bass and guitar line. A real sweeping, almost otherworldly effect given to it by the synths too, and just the story of exploring the Arctic. It really creates a feel.
Yeah, I like the lyrics too. When you read the lyrics or listen to the lyrics, it fits you, makes you like think of like what's going on in that song. I like that.
Yeah. And that riff, I love it. I know a lot of people say it's weird, but it's great.
Which riff is that?
What's great about it?
The main riff.
All right. Yeah. No.
Come on. I really shouldn't have to explain
Well,
this one. I'm
I
sorry.
no,
Wayne,
I'm
but-
replaying it in my head, and I hear a bunch of things that I like in that song, so it's hard for me to pick which one.
Right, there's like 12 parts to that song.
Yeah, there is. I'm talking about the opening one and the main one that
Yeah.
repeats to her and some of the choruses.
Yeah. No, I loved everything in that song. It's an awesome song.
Yeah.
Not a song that not a lot of people really talk about. You know.
No,
Actually, it's my number 3.
No.
A lot of people can't seem to get over Somewhere in Time and the fact that it wasn't Power Slave Part 2.
No, it's better than Power Slave.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, much better. They grew so much as a band. And then, I mean, I get Dickinson's whole hang-up about he wanted to do a concept album at the time, and so pretty much all his ideas got rejected. But I think it sounds great, and, you know, it's my second favorite album overall from them, and, you know, I don't think it sounds dated either. I know people say that about the synth sometimes, but it doesn't. They use them in a perfect way to just accent the guitars. It's not like they went overboard with it and made a King Cobra record or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, no, they did a good on there. My next one is going to be a generic one, but Run to the Hills. That's basically my first Maiden song I've ever heard. I remember seeing the video. Yeah, it's a classic song. How can you not like that song? So everybody knows that song. So I had to pick that one, just because you know first Maiden. What's that?
My next one's generic too. Don't worry.
It's all right. Hey, it's Maiden. It's all right.
Right. Generic's great with Maiden.
Yeah, of course. What do you got?
I got the Trooper.
Oh,
I love that song. It's a great beer too.
Trooper's
of course
awesome.
Trooper's fucking great. I hear it live. Fucking hell, man. It's like if someone's gonna pick a Maiden song to play and they pick the Trooper, I'm like, oh, you could have picked any song and you picked the Trooper. It's like I've heard the Trooper a million times, but live, the Trooper, I'm gonna go ape shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
It's
dueling
like
guitar parts. I mean, it's just awesome.
And
Even
it's
the drum
not like
crash.
I never hate the Trooper. It's like Master of Puppets. I hear it a million times. I still love it.
Yeah. And live, the fucking crowd goes nuts.
Right. It's
as soon
awesome.
As soon as they hear their first note, I mean, everybody knows what it is. And everybody's
Fuck yeah. It's an iconic riff.
It is.
It's an iconic riff, not just the metal, of like classic rock in general.
Yeah. I actually, my old band, I covered that song one time. We were doing like a show. It was like a 3-hour show. We had to pick extra songs, and that was one of them. We did okay. I have it somewhere. I'll have to record it.
It's like Ace of Spades. It's a pretty easy hit.
Yeah. I'm sure I fucked it up.
Sure you did too.
I'm sure I did. Greg.
I would have.
Well, Where Eagles Dare, we already talked about.
We already covered that one, so we'll skip that one. What else you got?
Twilight Zone, which is one of Maiden's shortest songs ever, but Paul Di'Anno just shines on it. He sounds amazing there. Probably the best screams he ever did, but it's just it's a short, punky kind of, but really catchy song with great guitar playing.
Yeah.
It was just what that version of Maiden was really good at. I mean, they never lost the punchiness. They just used it in a different way when they got Bruce, but Twilight Zone's great.
Great track. You have anything else to say about that, Nate? Or you don't really know that song?
I mean, it's pretty good.
Thanks.
That's also got a really
Greg
cool...
touched about everything.
Yeah.
It's also got a really cool drum part from Clive from the middle to the end of the song. He really goes nuts there, starting at about the minute 30 mark. Yeah.
Yeah, so I like his drumming. It seems a little more simpler than Nico, but it fit with that style that they were playing.
No, it seems more simple than Nico on Somewhere in Time. Nico on every other fucking Maiden album only uses 3 goddamn drum beats. And while those are harder drum beats, there are far less drum beats going on.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
Nico's a more technical player. He doesn't
Yeah.
have the fire like Clive has.
Right.
Clive has
Clive-
a lot more swing. But
Right. I'm always going to like Clive more, except on Somewhere in Time. That's what really drives Somewhere in Time over Killers for me, is Nico really breaks out his creativity.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Clive could have played on Somewhere in Time.
No, but Nico is
he
fantastic.
totally could have done Peace of Mind and Power Slave.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You think he could have did that drum intro to Where Eagles Dare?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, go back and listen to Genghis Khan. You'll see what I'm talking about.
No, I will.
And if he
I
couldn't
will.
even-
Challenge accepted, asshole.
And if he didn't, he
I'm
could have
sorry
added in
I
a second
insulted
kick pedal, and
Nico.
Nathan could benefit him.
I know you sniff his stage-thrown drumstick every night before you go to sleep, but I'm not saying he's
Yeah,
a bad
I do.
drummer.
I do, and I have it right here. See? Here it is. Does it even come up on there? No, it don't.
No, I know just how it's set up and what you're grabbing, but the background's covering it. Yeah.
No, I think Clive is a much more interesting drummer, except on Somewhere in Time.
Yeah, because he doesn't play on that album. Speaking of Somewhere in Time, my pick, Caught Somewhere in Time.
Great song.
Great opening track for an album.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome chorus. I mean, another one that he repeats over and over again. But
Oh, yeah, but...
it's still a good one. Yeah.
It's a lot better of a chorus to repeat. Especially than on Loneliness is the Long Distance Runner. I can't stand the way he's... Hello! Yes! Like, what the fuck,
I
dude?
just find it funny because I love that, and everyone else seems to hate that part of the song.
But Caught Somewhere in Time, he does great.
Yeah, he does, because he changes the way he says it as the chorus goes on. Like he says it one way and then he says it another way, so he changes it up. So that makes it fine. Most of the other times when they repeat the chorus, he doesn't change it, which is why sometimes it gets annoying.
Right.
But he changes it in this one, and awesome song. I can't really say too much about it because there's no flaws in this song.
Nope.
Oh, really?
I love the galloping parts to it and everything.
Yes.
Really good classic Maiden sound.
I also love all the ascending building guitar lines in it, and they get to the end of that, and then they break into the next section.
Yeah. Great. Nate.
My number 3 was Stranger in a Strange Land.
All right, so what's your next one?
Well, I don't want to go straight to number 2, but if I can pick like a honorable mention, I'm gonna go The Prisoner.
Okay. I love that song. It's a good song.
Prisoner's a good song.
Number the Beast.
Yeah, of course.
Lyrically,
Well,
it's cool. It's not like dumb at all in really any aspect.
No, it's a great song.
And of course the drum beats, and after they do that little movie scene and then the drum kicks in, it's just that's like you know what song's coming because of that drum beat.
Oh,
All right, Greg.
what the hell is that song? Oh, Remember Tomorrow.
Yes.
Love that song, especially the version on Made in Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
But my favorite part of the song though is the build up to the guitar solo, and then the solo, and then how they go nuts, and then it just gets quiet.
and then how he screams with the guitar too. I like that. It's really good. Yeah. Did you ever hear the Metallica version of that? They covered that.
No, why would I want to?
I don't know. It's fun. I like it.
No, I didn't know they covered it. Honestly.
Yeah. I think it's just like a live thing. I think I have it on a bootleg.
Metallica, hear that fucking thing I sent you, Greg, where they did on Master of Puppets with the Ride the Lightning mix?
Yeah.
I hate those.
It sounds okay. I just kind of didn't get the point of it, to be honest.
The bass.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it more if it was on Ride the Lightning. It gave it a different sound.
Yeah.
I'm glad it isn't on that record. It would make it too busy, honestly.
Honestly, if you got rid of Escape.
Huh?
Honestly, if you got rid of Escape.
I like that song too.
I I wouldn't bury it on the other end. Anyway, yeah, no, it
Yeah.
sounds good like that with the production job, but I don't think it would fit on that album.
He still
But,
doesn't like Master of Puppets, all right? You're not going to get him to like it, no matter what you do.
No, I like
That
a
was
couple
my last
songs
di-
on it, but overall,
That was my last ditch attempt because I know you like the guitar sound on Violent.
Yeah.
No, that's what I mean. The guitars sounded cooler. Master of Puppets is an okay song. I've just heard it way too many fucking times.
But I like it. I just like it with that crunch and that flopping bass.
No, it sounds better like that. But,
That and the creeping death die on the fucking master chant. That was cool.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Good stuff.
But I mean, no matter what, like that the album itself, it's still gonna have production I don't like, and I still hate like over half the songs on it. So. I mean, the Sanitarium, honestly, is one of the worst songs I've ever heard. I still can't believe people love that song so much.
Oh, I love that song.
All right, let's get back to the Maiden, because you're just making me upset right now.
It's awful. It's just a rehash of Fade to Black, but worse.
It doesn't matter. It's still a good
It's
song.
just like they said, hey, Bon Jovi got a hit. Let's get more melodic. Took all the balls out of Fade to Black and made that travesty. And now everybody thinks that's the be-all, end-all of heavy metal, and they don't open their eyes.
I never thought that. Disposable Heroes is the best track off that album.
Whatever. They're your favorite
Best
band.
Metallica
Shut
song
your
ever.
mouth and let's move on.
Yes, please. Flash of the Blade is my pick. We were talking about it earlier when we were talking about Back in the Village.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah.
But,
I love Flash of the Blade. It didn't make my list, but it's a great
yeah,
song.
it's one of my favorites. I remember getting Power Slave because when I got into Maiden, when I finally got into Maiden, they were released those double CDs.
Oh,
the Castle
first
ones?
10 year, or the Castle. Yes.
Yeah, and that was the first one I bought. They were expensive, so I obviously didn't have a job back then. I was still in school, so I couldn't buy them all, which I wish I should have, because they're kind of worth something now a little bit. But yeah, I remember bringing that home, and then that was my most favorite track on that whole album, just because of the way the guitars start off and that it's very simple, simplistic guitar intro, and just the drum beats are cool, and then the guitar, or is that maybe it's the bass that does that thing over the part? It goes I think that's the bass.
I love
that's
I love that.
vocals on that song.
Yeah, the
That's
vocals
what I
are
was
awesome.
gonna say, too.
He goes high and he's not nasally
sneering.
though.
Yeah.
He's not nasally though, and that's what I love. That's always been my main problem with Bruce Dickinson. Is he's always been really fucking nasally. But like Flash of the Blade, he's great.
Yeah.
That smell of wretched leather. Like shit like that.
Yeah, he does a
love
lot of
this
different things with
movie.
his voice, and it's
Yeah, he actually doesn't do the same inflection on every
Yeah.
line.
yeah, very great song. All right, next, Nate.
Number of the Beast, dude. I fucking love that song. That's the song that got me into Maiden, really. I mean, Run to the Hills is my first Maiden song, but Number of the Beast is the first one that really captivates me.
It's another classic, so
I fucking love that, man.
Yeah.
The lyrics are great. Live, it's always insane.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
There's
another one
bad about that song.
when they play that intro, everybody knows.
I think it's the best intro in heavy metal, to be honest.
Of course, I think so. One of the most recognizable ones.
Right. And it's still only my number 2.
Oh, he's number 2.
But just Bruce is great on it. Everything about Number of the Beast is fucking awesome.
It's an awesome song. I didn't pick it, but it is up there. It is one of my favorites.
Should have been the intro track to the album.
I don't think it would have fit as an
Maybe,
intro.
maybe either that or closing. Like, it should not have been where it really was.
Where is it? Is it on the second half?
Yeah,
I heard it on the
like
second.
it's like the second
side,
song on
too.
the second. Yeah.
Yeah, so I it fits there.
I mean, on the record it does, not on the CD though.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine where it is. You can't put it last because it just Hallowed Be Thy Name is the
Well,
last.
yeah, how would be thy name? Duh. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with it where it is because it's kind of just a generic anthem song, really. It kind of belongs right in the middle album to help pick it up some steam again.
Yeah, well, it's where it belongs.
I don't know. It comes after Run to the Hills, isn't it?
No, Number of the Beast is before Run to the Hills, I think.
That's right. Yeah, I get that backwards all the time.
But, I mean, not that either of the other songs are bad songs. It's just, fucking The Prisoner and 22 Acacia Avenue were both darker songs. So, The Number of the Beast kind of picks it back up, and then you get a couple little speedier tracks, and then...
Yeah, I like Gangland, too.
Gangland's a track I'm pretty conflicted
The chorus
about.
is lame, but I love the drum beat.
Yeah, no.
The chorus is lame.
The drum beat's awesome, but...
Right.
Yeah. I could talk about that song for quite some time.
I like the guitar, the bow bow, do 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 do, bow bow. I think that's a cool.
It's alright.
I also love Total Eclipse, even though it's pretty
Yes. I wish they would have swapped the tracks.
I hate that song.
You're insane. Alright, Greg.
God.
Pick.
That song sucks.
Phantom of the Opera.
Nice pick.
Because you haunt me, you taunt me, you tortured me back at your lair.
I don't blame you. That's a great song.
You picked that one too, right, Nate?
Yep, he did. It was a 9. So then my number one would be Murders in the Rue Morgue.
That was going to be one of my picks too.
Favorite song I ever did. Fucking, that's might be my favorite Steve Harris bass playing in a song overall. I just love how he plays on that. I love how he plays on Killers in general.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Murders in the Rue Morgue is just an awesome song. Great drums, great guitar. Paul sounds awesome on it. Cool lyrics.
Yeah. Murders in the Rue Morgue is great.
Yeah. And my favorite part is the bass parts and the guitar parts, and how Diano sings along with those instruments. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
I love that stuff. Great song. I'm gonna go with my final song because we mentioned all the other ones. "Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner."
That's a great song too.
Yes, one of my favorite Maiden songs. It's a long one, but it's really cool. And one of my favorite stories about the Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner is hearing that Nico in the middle section, a long ass middle section.
Cool.
I don't know if he did it all the time, but he would just leave and go in the back and go in the pool or do whatever he's got to do, and then come back another. Well, how long is that that middle part? It's like what?
Oh, it was
5 minutes long or something.
Was what it was. It was like 110 degrees on the stage, and there was a backstage.
Okay.
During the quiet part of Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, he went and jumped in the pool.
Yeah, I mean that's a cool story, but that's how long that freaking part is.
There's no fucking drums for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. But it's cool. I like that part because you got the bass thing going, and then it's just the creepy guitar sound, and then you got the sound of the boats going on, and that guy telling the narration of that story and everything. It's just a really cool song. Really great epic song. Probably the first long song I ever heard.
Yeah, it's one of mine. I liked Metallica before. Metallica has some long-ass songs.
Yeah, but they didn't have a 12-minute song at the time.
And Justice for All is like 10 and a half minutes.
Yeah, but this was in 84.
It feels about as long.
No, they definitely have longer songs now, but still, it's just,
I gotcha.
Yeah. All right, Nate.
Aces High is my number one, bro. I love Aces High. I fucking love it, dude. Everything about that song is perfect. And just Bruce is so into it because he's so autistically in love with flying. And everything about Aces High is fantastic.
It is good.
It's a fucking great just show intro.
Yeah.
Just like
yeah.
Oh, that was an awesome intro. I'm so glad that I was just barely not drunk enough to remember that.
I wish they would put that intro, the Churchill speech intro, to that song on the album. That would have been cool. Because they do it live.
No, It doesn't need the intro on the album. It speaks for itself. That's cool
Yeah.
for a live thing, but I don't want to fucking hear that Churchill speech every time I listen to Ace.
Well, it could be just the intro.
It's like hearing
Track
the
one.
fucking narration in one.
Yeah, I love that.
I don't want to hear that on the album, though.
No, that's different. I wouldn't want to hear that because it
No,
interrupts
it's
the
not
song.
different.
It's different.
I want to get the. It's just, I need it to start immediately.
I guess. Whatever. I thought it'd be cool, though. I like the live one. But, yeah, good song. Not my
Plenty
favorite
of
one
that.
off of that album, but still a good song. All right. Greg, you got any more left? Or did we
No,
do-
I said Murder in the Rue Morgue was my number one.
That's it.
That was
So we're
it.
done. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I could pick another random song just for shits and giggles.
All right, sure. Go ahead. What's going to be your random? Nate got a random one, so you might as well get a random one.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see what the cursor stops on. Ready? No whammies. Stop. Play Icarus. Great song.
Nice.
Jane already talked about
Probably
that. Doesn't
my-
count.
Huh?
No, I didn't talk about that.
Oh, wait. No, you talked about
Where Eagles There.
where Eagles there. Eagles flying. My bad.
Yes,
But
both
Icarus
about
is cool.
flying. Good point.
Yeah.
Actually.
That's exactly. And they're like, there's only one song in between them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Revelations.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And if I
Play Icarus is great. I love that song.
Lie on your way.
Yeah, the chorus is awesome. It's just iconic.
Is that the
great
one-
live, too.
I got a
Yeah,
DVD.
that was cool when they brought that out.
That was
What?
cool.
D&D?
I got a DVD of them of some concert. I forget what it was.
I role
Um,
plays Dickinson in the D&D.
Is that the song that Dickinson plays the guitar on, or is that the Revelations?
That's Revelations.
Okay.
He plays the intro on the rhythm guitar.
Which is so weird to see him holding
Well,
I wish it was terrible.
I mean, it is, but I think the reason they did that, although I've never seen anything concrete, but I know from being in Samson, when he switched over, the record label prevented him from receiving any writing credits with Maiden on Number of the Beast. So I think Revelation is the first time he's credited on a Maiden album, and I know he came up with that part. So maybe they just gave the new guy a concession and said, "Yeah, here you go. It's great," because it is great. But
Yeah, of course.
no, he used to do that. I know throughout the Peace of Mind and World Slavery tour, because it's on the Live After Death video.
Yeah, that's probably where I've seen
But
it.
I don't think he did that during the history of the Iron Maiden tour when they were covering Peace of Mind. I mean, they definitely played that song, but I don't remember him coming out with a guitar.
Mm. That was the only time I've ever seen him come out with a guitar. I'd never ever seen him do that ever again. So that's why I thought it was weird.
You know the one song on there that everybody
Oh,
always
Flamethrower
screams
and
for
Necklace.
that I think is pretty lackluster, though? Still
What's that?
Life.
Yeah, I don't like that song either.
I'm not a gigantic Peace of Mind guy.
Me neither. As I said, I only like half the album, really.
It's alright.
It's
okay.
I like it more than Beast, but those two
No.
are kind of, I only like about half of each record.
The only song I like off of Peace of Mind that I like as much as anything off of Number is The Trooper. That's
Yeah. I hate
Oh, no.
Die With Your
Where?
Boots On.
Oh, I love Die With Your Boots On.
No,
Eh, okay.
I could do without it. But if I get another pick, I'm going to pick Be Quick or Be Dead.
That's
Yeah.
a great song, actually. I like that song.
Yeah, it is. That's another. I mean, Run to the Hills was like my first Maiden song I ever heard, but Be Quick or Be Dead was like, holy shit, Maiden can, really sound pretty heavy on that song, and that's what really made me like Maiden. It really turned me into a fan.
I
You
mean,
think Be Quick or Be Dead sounds heavy?
Yeah, well, at the time, 92. I was just getting into metal, so I really didn't get to explore too much.
I hate the production on that song, man.
It's
too
that album, it
fluffy.
sounds very
the
thin.
song itself is good, though.
But when Bruce
It's
comes in, he does that
okay.
scream. Hasn't really ever done that scream on any other songs,
No, but I mean,
And then he uses like a very gritty voice on that song too that he doesn't always use as well. So I don't know. I love that.
He
The video
kinda
was
did
really
that throughout the whole album, though.
yeah. But that's the first time I ever heard it, so it was cool to me. I love that song, so that's my extra pick. Anything else about Maiden?
Well, if I could have one extra pick.
Wait a minute.
You already had an extra pick.
Never mind. I had Be Quicker, Be Dead mixed up with Tail Gunner. Tail Gunner's the one I really can't stand the sound of. But still, Be Quicker,
Fear of the
Be
Dark
Dead
does have like a thin song
Be Quicker,
sound.
Be Dead has a very flat production. Fear of the Dark just in general does. It would benefit a lot more from
a remaster.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yes.
think it already has had one, and it sounds okay.
Yeah, but still, I think that it's still a good album. There's a lot of really good songs in there.
That's
Judas
what
Guide and what the hell is it? What the fuck is the other song on there?
Afraid to Shoot Strangers is good.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
even like Wasting Love, actually.
I like Judas Be My Guide. That's a good song.
Really? The song I like the least from that album is From Here to Eternity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still a decent one, though. The lyrics are corny.
It's still better.
I hate the whole
and the
chorus
video
to it.
The video's kind of stupid, too. But
I hate the whole chorus to it. The guitar line and his vocals just doesn't work for me. It's weird. It sounds off model.
Yeah, a little. Yeah.
Well, that's our main thing. I'm going to make a playlist of our songs that we picked, and I'll put it up on our Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff like that, so people can hear our picks.
That'll be cool. I'll have to be sure to tell you from which concert performances to pull the songs from my.
Well, if Spotify has it, then yes, I can do that. But all right, so that's it with Maiden, and our new section of the show featuring bands that would like to be part of the show. This week we're going to feature. Actually, it's a band that's been on the show quite a few times, and some of Nate's favorite musicians are in this band from Timeless Haunt.
Hey, I like those guys.
No, they're all good guys.
Is George dropping by?
No, George is not dropping by. Nobody's dropping by tonight. They're very old, so they're in bed already.
I didn't mean tonight. I meant in the future.
Yeah. But I said they just released a new video for their song Helion Witch off their album.
Cool.
Yeah, I haven't got to watch it yet, but I'm going to watch it because I got to add it to the show. But from the album Haunted Symphony, please go buy it. I'm going to say ratsaladreview.com, but timelesshaunt.com. You can buy their EP. But yes, this is a brand new video, Helion Witch. They just released it like a day ago. And give it a look-see and go purchase the album. It's very good. And actually, I'm working on a new one. It will be out sometime in October. So be on the lookout for that.
Yep. Yeah, video is pretty cool. You should definitely check it out.
Check it out. Stay to the end of the show. But on that note, ratsaladreview.com, iTunes, Twitter, Facebook. Please subscribe. YouTube. Everything.
Pornhub.
No, we're not on Pornhub yet.
Oh, that is good.
Soon to come on Pornhub. So hit the subscribe button on everywhere. Share it, please.
I'm going to need my employer. Okay.
And buy some T-shirts. And that's all I can think of for now. So, and check out, I just did a show with Lou Mavs from the Music is Life podcast, and we did a show on the Joker from like all the movies. We didn't go full detail about the comics and all that stuff. But we did that with GGP from the Conspiracy Horsemen, who's also a wrestler. That was pretty.
I didn't watch it yet, but I read some of his synopsis.
Did you know, Wayne, that we live in a society?
Yeah, why?
Because we live in a society, man.
Go to bed, Nate. I'm going to bed.
That's like
Check out.
movie.
Real quick, before we go, since we were talking about local bands, I've never seen Maiden do Caught Somewhere in Time live. Tom Croxton, who plays drums for Hex Vortices, who we've had on the show, who lives by me, when he played with his band Eldergad, they did a cover of Caught Somewhere in Time, and he's an excellent drummer, and he pulled it off great.
Yeah,
so I have gotten to see that song perform live.
Cool. And maybe, Nate, if you ever have like music recorded, we could feature you on the show as well.
I don't know what's going on this one. I don't know why we haven't recorded this one. That was a good fucking time.
Well, because maybe there's a pandemic going on.
Shut up.
All right. Go check out the Timeless Haunt video, timelessshaunt.com, ratsaladreview.com. Buy everything from all of us, and we will see you guys.
All my bandmates
next time.
malfunction on Twitter at band. Wear a mask so we can get back to shows, goddammit.
Also, drop a line underneath of this video if you're interested, because I would like to start doing raffles on here for our listeners if there is enough interest. So let me know in the comments, and there could be some cool records coming your way, including...
Please do the comments, because we don't get that many comments.
I have a double of this one.
Well, you could just,
I will raffle.
you could just send that to me, you know.
Yeah, not happening.
Why? I sent you a bunch of records. I think you owe me.
We'll talk about quality and grading later.
Greg, it is worth many shekels.
All right. On that note, see you next time.
Yeah, I'll do it for your Jew gold.
I'm not editing that out. I'm leaving that in. Bye, everybody.
Remember, Kyle, Jews can't be DJs.
I'm leaving that in too. Bye.
They can't be drummers either. They don't have any rhythm.
When she looks you in your eyes.